Hello. Okay, so today we'll be doing uh, cumulative frequency, uh, whereby we shall draw a cumulative frequency table and then draw a cumulative frequency diagram, and then from this cumulative frequency diagram find the median, the quartiles, and the percentiles. So let's begin. So what is a cumulative frequency table? Okay, like I said, we'll begin with the cumulative frequency table and diagram. But what is a cumulative frequency table? So a cumulative frequency table is a way of organizing data to show the total frequencies up to a certain value. So it's a way to actually count the values up to a certain value. So that is a frequency table that has an extra row displaying the sum of frequency. Like I said, a cumulative frequency table is basically a modified frequency table that just has an extra row. The extra row is there to count the frequencies, but we shall get to that and visualize it shortly. So we have an example of a cumulative frequency table. So this cumulative frequency, the frequency table, it shows the marks obtained by learners in an examination as follows. So this is a frequency table. If we did our, if you remember our last videos, we did explain a frequency table, and we did say that sometimes you just be presented with the frequency table and not the raw data. So this time we are presented with the grouped frequency table. So this is the frequency table. It shows the marks of learners in an examination and the frequency, which means there are 6 learners who got 0 to 9 marks, 12 learners who got 10 to 19 marks, 17 learners who got 20 to 29 marks, and so on. So we are now tasked with constructing a cumulative frequency table. So we shall deal with all of these questions to actually cover the entire, all of these questions are actually our way to cover the entire topic of cumulative frequency tables, diagrams, and medians and quartiles. So we shall try to attempt every question, and then after all of these questions, I'll give you an exercise that will be similar to this one, and please be attentive. If possible, repeat the video so that you understand every concept. So in A, we want to construct a cumulative frequency table using this data in this frequency table. So we said a cumulative frequency table is just this frequency table with an extra row. So right here we've got our frequency table as we can see. Okay, so this is our frequency table, and then it has an extra row. We shall label it. Let's begin with labeling the frequency. So the frequency was 6, 12, 17, 17, 8. So the frequency was 6, 12, 17, 17, 8. Yes. So we have now completed our frequency table exactly as it was, and then we shall now complete this extra row. So this is a cumulative frequency table, so it has this row called a cumulative frequency. Sorry, my spelling. Cumulative frequency. So it's a row of cumulative frequency, and in this row we shall actually count the frequencies. Like we've said, a cumulative frequency is just a way to count the frequencies. So from in this box we've got only six learners so far, so we shall label it 6, and then if we add both of these numbers, we shall have 6 plus 12, which is 18, and then 6 plus 12 plus 17, which is 18 plus 17. That should be about 28. Should be about 35. So just add these numbers. Please fill in the last two, and then we shall continue. Okay, so we have completed our table, our cumulative frequency table. We did 6, and then 6 plus 12, that's 18. 18 plus 17, that's 35. 35 plus 17, that's 52. 52 plus 8 is 60. So this is our cumulative frequency table, and if you notice, the cumulative frequency row, it shows the total sum of the frequency. So now we answer question B. So what is the median position? So remember, if you want to find the median position, we use the formula. Median position is the sum of frequency plus 1 divided by 2. So the sum of frequency is actually 6 plus 12 plus 17 plus 17 plus 8, which is 60. So it's 60 plus 1 over 2. So the median position is 60 plus 1 divided by 2, which shall be 30 and a half. So this is the median position, but it's pretty hard to just use the median position and observe the median from this table, but we can try. So the median position is 30 and a half, so which means the median lies between 30 and 31. So actually, if the median is 30 and a half, then the median is actually the mean of 30 and 31, which is 30 and a half. So where could 30 and a half lie in this table? So also the cumulative frequency row should help us, because this box shows the frequencies from 0 to 6, and then this shows frequencies from 6 to 18. This shows frequencies from 18 to 35. This shows frequencies from 36 to 52. But we need a somewhere where we can find the 30 and a half position. So we said this column, it lies between 19 and 35. So between 19 and 35 lies 30 and a half, which means the median class, or the median group, or the median mark is 20 to 29. Perhaps we can then conclude. Therefore, median mark is 22, 29. Okay, I hope that's clear. So let's move on to C. So okay, C says construct a cumulative frequency diagram. We now have to construct the cumulative frequency diagram. Remember our topic, we needed to make the cumulative frequency table, so we've done this, and then we now want to make the cumulative frequency diagram. So we need to make the cumulative frequency diagram using this cumulative frequency table. So how do we do that? So to construct a cumulative frequency diagram, you plot the marks on the horizontal axis and the cumulative frequency on the vertical axis to obtain the coordinates. So let's first label the axis. So we said on the horizontal axis, on the horizontal axis we plot the marks. So these are actually the marks, and then on the vertical axis, we shall we plot the cumulative frequency on the vertical axis. So it's the cumulative frequency on the vertical axis, and then it's the max on the horizontal axis. It's the max on the horizontal axis. So we have the cumulative. We shall label it just CF for cumulative frequency, but you shall write the whole word cumulative frequency. Okay, so now what about the coordinates? So for the coordinates, we refer to the cumulative frequency table. Remember, we have the max versus cumulative frequency, which means our ordered pairs shall be max, comma, cumulative frequency, which means, for example, our first ordered pair shall be 9,6. So we shall obtain the coordinates. Let's start from here. So it shall be 9,6, and then it's okay. Just take the last digit on the column with your digits of cumulative frequency. So it's 9,6, and then 19,8, sorry, 19,18. So we have 19,18, and then we have 29,35, 29,35. So please write down all the ordered pairs, and then we shall plot them on our cumulative frequency diagram. Okay, so we have now plotted every point, which is 9,6, 19,18, 29,35, 39,52, 49,60. I hope you have plotted as such. For example, the last one is 49,60, which shall correspond to 49,60. So let's now plot our points, which shall be 9,6, 9,6, and 9,6. 9 shall be approximately close to 10, and then 6 shall be just above the half, which means our 9,6 should be right about here, and we can make a small cross. And then we have 19,18. 19,18 should lie about here, and then we shall make a cross. 29,35, 29,35 shall be about here. I hope you are plotting along with me. So this is 29,35, and then 39,52, 39,52, that's 52. We have a point right about here. Another thing, you should be using your graph book. It's a way better way of plotting points than the way I'm doing. So get yourself a graph book so that you can actually visualize the smaller sections or the smaller calibrations. So let's continue. We ended on 39,52. So the last one is 49,60. 49,60. So it's about here. So this is 49,60. And then you draw what we call a cumulative frequency curve. So after plotting your point, you draw a cumulative frequency curve. Let me use my pencil. So you draw a cumulative frequency curve. It shall be a curve, not a straight line. So we have so we have this kind of a curve. Try to practice drawing curves because it's kind of tricky. Okay, it's not perfect, but I think it makes sense. So it should be a curve. So we call this a cumulative frequency curve. Please make a small label. This is a cumulative frequency curve. So we have completed our cumulative frequency diagram. So now let's go to our third question, or our fourth question. So from the cumulative frequency diagram, find the median. So we've seen how hard it is to find the median right here, but it shall be pretty easy to find it on this cumulative frequency diagram. Okay, so we want to find the median, so we should remember our formula for median position. We said the median position the median position is the sum of frequency plus 1 over 2. So the median position is actually 30.5, but let's rewrite it. So we want to find the label it's just M P, the median position, but you should write the full name, median position. Median position is equal to the sum of frequency plus 1. It should be S, sum of frequency plus 1 over 2. Let's call this N. So it shall be, so the sum of frequency is actually 60, like we've seen in the cumulative frequency, that if you sum all the terms we get to 60. So the sum of frequency is actually the total cumulative frequency up to this point. So we shall call it the sum, we shall call it N. So N plus 1 over 2. This is the median position. Now we've seen that this is 60 plus 1 over 2, which is 30.5. So why am I repeating this is because we are about to do some quartiles. So the median position lies at the 30.5 position. So we just go to the cumulative frequency diagram and look at the 30.5 position. So please don't get confused. This is not 30.5, but this is 35. 30.5 lies approximately exactly about 30. So I'll use my my free hand to draw this line. Just draw the line from 30.5, which is 30, and it should be horizontal until it reaches the cumulative frequency curve, and then it goes down. So okay, so this is 30, the median position, and I shall draw. You should use your pencil and a ruler, and then straight down. Okay, I assume this is about 20, 25, 26, 27, about 27. Yeah, I assume it's about 27. So is it not two of our actual actually this is our actual median, but let's go to the cumulative frequency table. We said the median mark is between 20 and 29. So the median mark is between 20 and 29. So we are correct. And this is actually the median mark. In my case, it's 27, but in your case, it should be even more accurate. So this is the median, and then this is the median position. So we now want the upper quartile. So to find the upper quartile, we first find the upper quartile position. So we need the upper quartile position, just like when we wanted the median. We first found the median position and then found the median. So right here we find the upper quartile position, which is equals to it's 3/4. So it's 3/4 times n plus 1. So it's actually 3/4 of this. This should work out to 3/4 of 60 plus 1. Oh, sorry. 3/4 of 60 plus 1. Which should be 30.5 times 3. Okay, let's use our calculator. So we need 60. Oh, sorry. 3/4. And then times 60 plus 1. So that's 45 and 3/4. Let's return back. So we have 45 and 3/4. So actually when n is large, for example, let's say the cumulative frequency was up to 8,000, then this we wouldn't need this one. So the upper quartile position would be just 3/4 times n. But we assume our cumulative frequency is not that large, so the upper quartile position is 3/4 times n plus 1. So this is the position. It's 45 and 3/4, but let's take 45. So let's go to 10, 20, 30, 40, 45. This time it's not 40.5, but it's 45. So right about here. And then we just, using your ruler, you draw a straight line, a straight horizontal line, and then upon reaching the cumulative frequency curve, it goes straight downward. So let me take this, for example, as 35, or say 35. So but we actually don't really need this number, but we do need this because it tells us the median. But yeah, to find the upper quartile, just multiply n plus 1 by 3 over 4, and then the answer, upon getting the answer, come to the cumulative frequency and then draw a straight line that goes downwards. So actually we need this number because it's actually the upper quartile. So it is 35 is the upper quartile. I hope your handwriting is much better than mine. So we can conclude that upper quartile is 35. So it should be more accurate on your drawing. I hope the concept of an upper quartile is clear. So let's now move on to a lower quartile. So we have a lower quartile. So for a lower quartile, you still multiply n plus 1, but this time you multiply it by 1 over 4. So to find the lower quartile, we first find the lower quartile position. So lower quartile position is equal to 1 over 4. 1 over 4 times n plus 1, which is 1 over 4 times 60 plus 1, which shall equals to, I hope you have your calculator because I have mine right here. So it's 61 divided by 4. So that's 15 and 1 over 4. 15, 1 over 4. So this, oh, I've just lost my pen. Okay, I've got my pen. So this is the lower quartile position. To find it, we used 1 over 4 times n plus 1. So we then go to our cumulative frequency diagram. We said it's on the 15 and a quarter position, but we will search for the 15th position. So this is 10, 15, and then from here you just draw this line and then this line. Let's call this maybe 16. So 16 is the lower quartile. So the lower quartile is therefore lower quartile is we said it's 16. And then let's now get into the concept of percentiles. But before we do percentiles, I think we should do the interquartile range. So it's pretty simple. So the interquartile range is just write in full words. I'll abbreviate it. So it's just the upper quartile minus the lower quartile. So which means it's 35 minus 15 and 1/4. So our interquartile range, remember interquartile range is 35 minus, oh sorry, it's 35 minus 16, minus 16. So it's the upper quartile minus the lower quartile, which is 35 minus 16, which shall be 35 so it's 19. I hope you've solved it faster than I can do. So the interquartile range is 19. And then let's now get into the concept of percentiles. That's also pretty simple. Okay, so we'll first generalize. So to find the rth percentile, we just calculate r over 100 times n plus 1. You notice every time we multiply by n plus 1, and n is the sum of the frequency. Do remember that. So this is the rth percentile. The rth percentile is r over 100 times n plus 1. So this shall be our formula for the rth percentile. Now let's do the 20th percentile. So it will just be 20 over 100 times n is 60, so times 60 plus 1. Please do your calculations and find the answer. And then the 35th percentile should be 35 over 100 times 60 plus 1. Okay, for practice purposes, let's just do the answers. 20 over 100 times 60 plus 1. 20 over 100 times 61. That should be 12.2. And then 35 over 100 times 60 plus 1. So it's 35 over 100 times 61. That should be 21.35. Um, 21.35. Okay, so it's 21.35. So let's now go to our cumulative frequency diagram and plot and find, because this is this is the position, 20th percentile position, and then this is the 35th percentile position. So this is the position, and then this is the 20th percentile position, so it's 12.2. And then we go to our cumulative frequency diagram. So you realize the importance of the cumulative frequency diagram. So be sure to accurately draw it, because you refer to it for many things. This on itself can earn you perhaps a lot of marks in your exam, because it is the source of too much information. So I just want us to go back and recall. So the 20th percentile is in the 12.2 position 12.2, which is about here. 10, this should be 11, 12.2, about here, and then we draw this line and then this line. So this is our 20th 20th percentile. So it should be clear in your graph book what this number is, but this number is actually the 20th percentile. For example, to me it looks like about 12. So for me 12 is the 20th percentile. So I could perhaps come here and then conclude that therefore 12 is the 20th percentile. Okay, the 35th percentile position, we've calculated it as 35 over 100 times n plus 1, which is 35 over 100 times 60 plus 1, which is in the 21.35 position. I think you've got the idea. So I'll do this last one, and then you'll do both of these as an exercise. 21.35 position. We'll go to 1021 right about here, and then we draw our line and a vertical line. So you should have a way of labeling that this is the 35th percentile position. This is the 35th percentile. So remember that this is have a way to label that this is the 20th percentile position, this is the 20th percentile. So label every edge, every corresponding edge. Please do this right now, because I hope you still remember all of our labels. So please do the 50th percentile and the 80th percentile. Okay, so I hope we've all completed the calculations for the 50th percentile and the 80th percentile. And there's something interesting you should have found on the 50th percentile. So the 50th to find the 50th percentile, you first find the 50th percentile position. The 50th percentile position, which is 50 over 100 times n plus 1, which shall evaluate to 30.5 position. And upon going to this cumulative frequency table, the 30.5 position, remember, it's exactly where we label it as the median. Yeah, this was our median. So actually the 50th percentile is the median. If you were observant enough, then you will find that we did an upper quartile. So an upper quartile is actually 3/4 of the whole cumulative frequency. So in percentile terms, the upper quartile is actually 75 over 100 times n plus 1. And then the lower quartile is 25%, which is 25 over 100 times 60 plus 1. So that should have come across your mind that actually the 50th percentile is similar to the median. So that's kind of an interesting coincidence. So the 80th percentile, for the 80th percentile, we first found the position to be 48.8 on the 48.8 position, and then we found that it's actually 38. So on the 48 position, we found that it's about 38. So that's the 80th percentile. So I hope the concept of the concept of cumulative frequency tables, cumulative frequency diagrams, median, quartiles, and percentiles is all cleared. So if any questions or concerns, please write in the comments. Now let's move on. Okay, let's move on to something more interesting than we have done just now. So I will give you an exercise. Like I've said, I'll then give you an exercise which we shall do exactly what we did last time. So in this exercise, you should use this frequency table this time. So I don't know if I can do this. It can be all clearly visible. So please pause the video right here and perhaps take a screenshot and then try to construct this frequency table. Or take some screenshots as I move along and then construct this frequency table. Construct this frequency table. I hope the numbers are all clear. So upon constructing this frequency table, then answer just the questions we've answered before. Draw the cumulative frequency table, construct the cumulative frequency diagram. From the cumulative frequency diagram that you will have drawn, find the median, the upper and the lower quartiles, the interquartile range. Remember, we did the interquartile range. Find the end percentile, the 40th percentile, and the 90th percentile. And then how many just answer these two questions. I'll give you a tip. Refer to your cumulative frequency table to answer these two extra questions. They are pretty simple, so please do so. So it's the end percentile, the 40th percentile, the 90th percentile, and then how many learners scored less than 35 marks? How many learners scored more than 74 marks? So please try this at home.